I'm gonna go back to this answer and I'm gonna say like Kiki Palmer. I'm sorry. It's just
Kiki.
everything
No,
is Kiki Palmer for me. I'm obsessed with her.
What's up, everybody? I'm Ashley Everett, your host for today. And welcome to Curly Cocktailz. This is where we sit down and chat with our curl friends and we talk our unique experiences about our hair and how our curls have shaped us. I have two very exciting guests here with me today. To my right, Anjelika Washington from Praise This. Yay. And to my left, we have Alycia Pascual-Peña from Saved by the Bell. Both Peacock stars right here, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us. Salud, salud. Thank you for having us.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, we had an epiphany as you were speaking.
As
Both
you said
are on
that.
Peacock, yeah.
And we're besties in real life too.
Yes, we are.
Real life besties, yeah, that's a very fun fact right there. So it's gonna be a nice, cute conversation. Where did y'all look for your hair inspiration growing up?
It's a great question.
To be honest, everyone in my community that I grew up with had relaxers. We didn't really celebrate natural hair until like the last 10 years, maybe?
Yeah.
And so for the most part, like I also had a relaxer up until a decade ago. It's changed, of course, as I'm changing and my hair is changing and things like that and my own journey. I'm gonna go back to this answer and I'm gonna say like Kiki Palmer. I'm sorry, it's just
Kiki.
everything
we
is
love
Kiki Palmer
Kiki.
for me. I'm obsessed with her.
Same.
Yeah, probably her on True Jackson VP, but I believe her hair was straight the whole time. And I kind of was like, I want those inches.
Yeah.
Because my relaxer wasn't giving down to my back.
Okay.
And then I learned about a weave.
Did you get the
Period.
No, my mom wouldn't let me get it, but I was like, I can't wait to get one.
Yeah.
I never did.
See, but now you got inches with your locks. You got inches, period. Hang
different kind of
time,
inches and weave, girl?
period. My hair inspiration, I think, we're kind of like two different perspectives. It was like my family, because one thing about Dominicans is we'll blow out that hair, honey. And then also Cheetah Girls and like That's So Raven or anything I saw on like Nickelodeon. Also, I was obsessed with music. So I'm thinking like, honestly, like rappers, like Eve, I was getting, you know, cornrows to the back. Even like Sade, like I love to rock like a slick bun. But those are my inspirations.
Yeah. So being actresses, have you guys had say in what type of hairstyles you want or would prefer in the character roles you're playing?
Because I've been acting since I was a kid, unfortunately the narrative was just be ethnically ambiguous. So growing up, I always straightened my hair for jobs. And I think that made me more marketable, quote unquote. But I thank God that like within the last 5 years, I have worn braids, I've worn Senegalese twists, I've worn, you know, my little slick back pony with added hair. So there's been a lot more diversity in the hair that I rock. We should be transparent and there's a lot of hair discrimination. Sometimes there's a lack of creativity on set with what can be done with our hair, especially if hair and makeup doesn't reflect what we look like. It's still very much a problem, and I think it's important that we take note of it and we don't try to like dilute the gravity of how awful that is, because it's discrimination. Microaggressions are expressed on set because you decide to wear your hair natural. So yeah, within the last few years, I've had to advocate for what styles I wanted to wear on screen. But I think people forget as actors, you don't get a say with what you wear, or what your hair looks like, or what you say. So it's about picking jobs and knowing the spaces that you're in and understanding what battles to pick. Anjelika has seen me be physically scarred from leaving a job and, you know, bald spots and et cetera. But yeah, how about you, Ange?
I was actually like going back in my brain and like thinking of all the jobs that I've had and how up until literally 5 years ago, I was always showing up to set hair and makeup ready.
Yeah.
And maybe not necessarily always makeup on some of the guest stars I did, like I don't need to be makeup ready, but I always came with my fro ready. I also like didn't start becoming a working actor until I embraced my fro, which I'm grateful for that. It also required like me showing up to set and having to either explain myself of like how to do my hair, what it is, like my texture, what to put in it, what not to put in it. I got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna show up ready. And they'd be like, oh, you look great.
You did our job for
Yep.
us. It's a joke. And
Exactly.
It's like, I should be compensated.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. If I'm being really honest, I think I preferred being easy like that rather than getting into the nuances of my hair. Sometimes I felt like embarrassed sitting in the the trailer, the hair trailer, getting my hair done with all these other people who are not black.
Yeah.
Or just don't have hair like mine.
Yeah.
And so then everyone watching and everyone, like, I'm kind of this like science experiment.
Yeah.
And so
Multiple people on your head sometimes.
yes,
It's objectifying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I think it made me feel like, you know what, I would feel better about myself if I just showed up and like
eliminate this
eliminated
process in general.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Did you always wear your hair natural growing up and working, or what was?
Yeah, I've always been like a curly girl working, which is crazy because I didn't always like love my hair. You know, I wanted it to be straight like everybody else because that was the thing. I wanted to straighten it, and I did a couple times here and there, and people would love it. But I have always like represented my curls in my dance journey.
Yeah.
You know, and I've always almost showed up, even still, on my, you know, ready.
Yeah.
Because they still don't know what to
Yeah.
do. It's like that battle of like, you want to allow people to do their job, but
Right.
then you know if it's gonna like set everything back and cause
Yeah.
more of an issue, and then you know you could just like avoid that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how there's still people, heads of departments, who don't know how to do everything when it comes to hair and makeup and
like,
complexion
absolutely.
stuff. It's
I also
like-
think it's an issue even just in cosmetology schools when they're getting licenses.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, we go over like African American hair for one day.
yeah.
I'm like, one day? We exist,
Yeah.
right? Like our hair exists. So like why on earth are you not being taught
And then
how
y'all
to do
buy our hair for the, you know, the weaves and
That
things
part.
to like have more texture in.
Honey, don't get me started. Like, it's funny because we will be, you know, the center of conversations and the center of narratives, but like in a way that is commodification. And people like to cosplay in our culture, but not actually respect us in our fullness and do the work to understand the nuances of our hair or different textures of hair and how you take care of people and make them feel safe. And that's why I'm like, people can say it's just hair, it's just not. Like, it's our culture.
Yeah.
And you're also not doing your job well if
Yeah.
and perpetuating inequities in our industry when you're not taking the time and the care to care about hair. You feel
Yeah.
me? It's not just hair.
What has been your favorite style on screen?
Ooh, in Praise This, I wore this hairstyle for the finale where like my fro was big and with the braids
braids in the
leading up to
front.
it. And what was so special is I spoke to Tina Gordon, the director. She wanted my hair to tell a story. So in the first scene that you see me in the film, it's just me with my regular hair completely shrunken, right? And then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger throughout the movie until it's like this massive fro, and it's just like just finding herself.
Yeah.
And as she's finding herself, her hair grows and just gets bigger and bigger. Obviously, we just blew it out, but I'm just saying, it gets
Yeah.
bigger and bigger and bigger. And so that was really like my favorite because it was the first time that I got to work on a project where my hair was even considered in the storyline.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
major, girl.
So it was really, really beautiful. And I just, yeah, I'm really grateful for that.
I love your hair throughout that whole film. Two answers, my box braids, because that is usually how I live my life. And I had never really seen that in a prevalent way in the art growing up as a kid. Also, like this last project I filmed, I had my own hair out. So if it was frizzy that day, it was frizzy on screen. If the waves wanted to be more wavy this side and curls wanted to be more curly this side, that's what it was. And I think that's important too, for people to see more depictions that are not rooted in perfection, because that's not what hair looks like. Because I wanted it, you know, I grew up obsessed with women like Angela Davis and Ashada Shakur, and that's what I wanted my hair to look like, and that's not what it looks like.
Different texture, but it's
and that's okay, right? But all that goes to say,
Yeah.
it never looked perfect, and
No.
I like that.
Yeah, we're embracing all stages. We were talking about this earlier, embracing all stages of the hair and highlighting the imperfections.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers again.
Salud. Eyes. There you go.
Boom. Okay, what's a curl product you just can't live without?
I think it can change, right? Different seasons, different things I'm doing with my hair. But as of right now, the Rizos curl cream.
I love that
Just
curl
the
cream.
classic. I kind of take it everywhere. I love that it's Latina owned.
Yeah.
What
I
else?
love that stuff.
Yes.
Mine would be Design Elements, almond flaxseed curl custard. I started using it on the set of Stargirl, and that was what we use every single day. When I tell you we went through a jar every 2 weeks, it smells divine, it's amazing. It also lasts so long, and it really defined my coils. Like, it really made my coils have a really beautiful shape. They already had it, but sometimes it made them like so moisturized that you could really see it,
Yeah.
but without over moisturizing to where my hair would get like itchy and product buildup.
So what do you girls have coming up? Where can we find you? How can we keep up with you?
You can find me on Instagram at Anjelika W with a J and a K, not a G and a C, because my mom's creative. I am currently working on a short of my own that I am producing and starring in called Thoughts and Prayers that is based on a little bit of my real life experience as a school shooting survivor. And I am creating a bunch of my own stuff, but of course, praise this on Peacock, Stargirl on HBO Max, all 3 seasons. And now I'm here. Hey.
You can find me on Instagram. That is the thing I have. And it's Alycia del Sol. So Alycia DELSOL. Alycia with the Y, because both of our moms were creative. You can catch me creating and living life. I like to be vague.
She's also on a Netflix show called Neon that'll be out later this year.
I'm bad at that
She's
part,
being
but yeah.
modest, but yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
She's got reggaeton and she's in her fullness, Afro-Latina, living her best life.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So y'all can find me on social media as
Period.
well. Ashley CM Everett. I've been in the commercial world now, so I have some commercials coming out, which is exciting.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, in TV shows, I work on Good Trouble. I dance on it. The Masked Singer and stuff like that. So those are the things you can see. Also social media stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously always creating and releasing stuff there. Oh, well, cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, my man.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you so much.
Thanks for being here. This is great. For more episodes of Curly Cocktailz, be sure to follow Curly Culture.
Hey you guys, what's up? I'm Ava Pearl, founder of Curly Culture, a community for people with all types of curly hair, from a 2A to a 4C. Let us know what you guys want to see in the comments below, and we'll see you guys on our next episode. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.